What's up, everybody? I just realized as I was going live, I didn't have my mic plugged in. So I'm like, no, I got like 2 seconds left. Okay, what's up, everybody? Let's do a quick roll call. And then I have had a day and a half. We're going to talk about my day. We're going to talk about some announcements. We're going to talk about, first of all, if you don't have a metal koozie, you're missing out on a completely different style of cold beverage experience. So, what's going on, everybody? Let's do a roll call real quick. We have a ton to get to today because I did screw up a few times. Nope, one time a few weeks ago. Can everybody hear and see me? Please let me know. I got my camera a little too low. That's okay. Whew. I don't know about you, but this is obviously our busy time of the year, and man, have I had a day. We got some cool announcements. We got a cool giveaway to do today. Patreon only giveaway. So make sure you check out patreon.com. You type in Christmas on Crestline. You can now be a free member, which is cool, as I do have some early access to some completely different style videos that I have had a hankering to do for years, but I'm just now doing it. Good. Hear you, see you. Appreciate you, Chad. Thank you so much. Do a quick roll call. So the title of today's video is about tools and a giveaway. Well, it's the first Monday of the month, so we know that's a Patreon only giveaway. And I am going to give away as soon as I find it. Here they are, brand new in pack. We talked about this a few weeks ago. Wireless earbuds. Wireless earbuds is going to be today, and I do not have a video for that to show you, but they're earbuds, and they do what all earbuds do, right? Now I have Bose. The Bose are mine because they're Christmas gift from my wife last year, and I got these new earbuds right here. We're going to talk about those a little in depth. But who's here? Who? Braden, I saw was making a funny joke earlier. Steve, let's go. Steve, if you haven't checked out Steve's channel, do it because he has a cool pixel light display. Chad, the things I use quite a bit are lawn staples, tent stakes, clips, hooks, and an extension pole. Love that you brought up an extension pole, Chad, because most people forget about that. Zip ties are your best friend. You're not lying. You're not lying. Braden is here, but Braden, where's Braden's? My English book is always my best. It helps me. So he's a senior in high school, folks, and he is. I don't know what that if that's am I not doing our youth of America good by having a YouTube show? I think I am. Right, you're getting the type of education you need. Giatano says zip ties are king. Also, the Irwin wire cutters and stripper that Charlie told us about. Yes, I use those so much. And you know what? I didn't bring them down here, but that's okay. I've talked about them before. Those really and truly go hand in hand with the LED keeper. But we're not going to talk about the LED keeper. Basically, the tools I'm going to talk about today, folks, are things that you've never heard me talk about. Mostly security, which I need to do a standalone video about. But we're talking mostly security stuff today. Some things we're just gonna talk. We're not a chit chat. I'm gonna shut up now. Pepsi's tuning in from New Zealand. They're Charlie. We are the only tool we need because last time I checked, those tools need us. Well played. Well played. Good job. Hey everyone, what's up, Alan? Giatano, also my son Will is a great tool. Well played. Well played. That's tuning in from Canada. Hey, Charlie, Mark uses an extendable golf ball retriever for the high spots. I wondered what he used. So, Vet and Mark, hello from Canada, and they are great about. They're the first ones. Vet, you're the first one to send me any video or any pictures in this year for this year's contest. Normally, I get a ton of stuff in July. This year it was a bunch of crickets chirping, and that's fine. The house on Hollybrook, aka Carl, for me, Ethernet cable crimps. Okay, that's a new one. Doug, I haven't seen Doug in a while. What's up, Doug? Everyone looks like everyone else. Zip ties, wire cutters. Man, I'm gonna blow your guys' minds with some tools I'm gonna show you today. Electrical smoke alarms and more. Hello, I started hanging Christmas lights last week. Well done. You need a few tips on how to secure your verticals to your house. That's funny you mentioned that up because I was getting those out. They're in my garage ready to go. As soon as I'm done with this live, boom, I'm putting verticals in, which could be a problem. Into concrete, attach an anchor. Do you drill? And so what I do, hello from Ireland. What's up, Edgar? Man, I've not seen you in the chat before. Thanks so much for joining us on today's live. That's awesome. So we have four continents. No, we have two continents, three continents. Three continents? Two countries? Does New Zealand count as a continent? It doesn't. What continent would you say New Zealand is attached to? It's next to, it's close to Australia. So we'll attach, we'll attach to that. So we got five countries in today. Chat says something else that I use quite a bit is SPT wire to make my own extension cords, and then something new that I use this year to hang lights on my fence is lanyard hooks. Lanyard hooks. Alan uses teacup hooks on a frame around the windows for easy removal. Interesting. We're an island. Gotcha. I knew you're an island, but I mean, you know what? Boom. Knew you're an island. So the giveaway. So how it works. Let's get that out of the way real quick. As far as if you want to be a part of today's giveaway, you go to patreon.com, you type in Christmas on Crestline. It used to be if you just type in Christmas, we're the first ones that come up, but they kind of rank them weird. But anyway, type in Christmas on Crestline, we'll get you. And the way we are doing entries is you can now be a free member, which is cool because you do get the free members get early access to some videos I'm doing, and I am doing some brand new style videos. Where's my entry? There it is. So the way entries work is if you're a $3 a month supporter, you get one entry, $2 for five for 10. And if you're a $25 Christmas legend, you get 13 entries. And we have three that are Christmas legends. You got Braden, you got Laura, aka Old Swifty, and you have Scott Drees. He's coming to play. So if you joined during this live, make sure you tell me in the chat and make sure that I see it. And we'll get you entered in today's giveaway. And I already have everybody's names, all 26 of you entered. So we're going to give that away here a little bit later. First of all, quick announcement is we are going to have a surprise guest interview for next week. You hear me talk about them nonstop, and that's right. I've also talked about them today. And this was going to be just a straight up security video, and which we all need, no matter if you're a haunter or if you're a Christmas lighter, you need security. But next week, folks, we have John DeCosmos coming on right here. That's right. From Ultalit. That's right. AKA LED Keeper, coming on for a live interview. Interviewed him a few years back, and I've even interviewed him in a recorded video and interviewed his counterpart, whose name's escaping me right now, and I apologize for that. I want to say it's Carl, and apparently my phone's not on silent. I want to say it's Carl. But anyway, we've had them on a few times on the show, but this will be the first live interview. So same time next Monday, 2 p.m., live interview with the Christmas light repair guru that started the craze way back when. He's been on the Steve Harvey show. He's been on countless daytime talk shows. And next Monday, he'll be here to answer your questions in a live interview. So that'll be next Monday at 2 p.m. So, did your Patreon come through? Actually, it didn't, Braden. It didn't for November, but it did for October. So I still put you in for today's live. But yeah, we got you. Charlie from South. I got it wrong. I said South America last time. South Africa. Apologize about that, Charlie. Patreon only, not members. I actually did it wrong. Yeah, correct. So Patreon, yes, Patreon members. Yes. So if you want to switch it up, by all means, switch it up. Absolutely switch it up. And the reason why, Charlie, is because YouTube does not keep track of members as well as you think it does, but Patreon is instantaneous. So if you join YouTube right now, it'll let you in the chat, say, hey, everybody, I'm a member, but it doesn't notify me for like 5 to 7 days. It's really weird. So yes, how about calling? Thank you, Alan. Thank you. Because that reminds me, while we're talking about Patreon, two really good reasons to join Patreon right now is I have a new video I've just created that I'm going to release on it probably won't be till Friday actually that it releases. So I'm doing scenes, which I like scenes, Christmas scenes. So you see on YouTube, you'll see the living room with the snow falling down, and it's like 14 hours of Christmas music. I like those. So I'm like, you know what? I know how to edit that. I know how to create that. So I'm going to create them. So my goal was to do 7, 1 a day for Thanksgiving week. But they take an incredibly long time to do. Even though you're watching the screen, it's just a living room. It's just Christmas music. so much time to do. It takes a week once I upload those to YouTube. It takes a week for YouTube to be able to show it in 4K. So anyway, second reason is I've come up with my list of names that I'll be releasing in a poll on Patreon this week. Names to call you guys. I absolutely have a favorite in this. I absolutely have a favorite in this, but it's not up for me. It's up for us to have a family discussion. That's why we call Patreon family. You don't, as the patriarch, I don't make all the rules. We have to have that family discussion. So that's coming out this week. So 2 new things coming out on Patreon this week. You get to be a part of. Very cool. Okie dokie, I'm on it. Cool. Just found my incandescent keeper in an old box. Incandescent keeper is called the Light Keeper Pro. Yes, I have 2 of them. What I don't use incandescents. Well, I have a brand new. I have 2 brand new. I think I'm actually down to 1 because I gave one away last year. I have them brand new in box still. So when one breaks, boom, like if I drop it off the roof, which we're going to talk about a tool today that saves your life if you fall off the roof, legitimately. Because I've had not that happen, but if you watched, was it last Monday or 2 Mondays ago that I told the story of having to take an impromptu ER visit, but now that I say it out loud, aren't all ER visits impromptu? I don't think you plan. I can't talk right now because I'm going to be at the ER in 14 minutes. No, it's impromptu. So yes, there she is. There's Laura. I've been using the twist ties from the new lights instead of a zip ties. Reusable, and I don't feel bad about cutting them off at the end of the season. Some things still need zip ties. Yep. And I also use those with twisties. I use those for my tomato cages as well. I tie the vines up. So is anything else I need? Oh, what I did today. Talk about that real quick. So the giveaway, for those, we'll probably do that here in about 20 minutes. Do the giveaway in about 20 minutes. So talk about a little bit thing that I did today. I don't have any incandescent lights anymore. I don't. I go off on tangents a lot. I apologize, Carl. But what I do use the Keeper Pro for is it has the power. It has the audible tone that lets you know, hey, this string has power, which is perfect for when you have a string of lights, LED lights that you're pretty sure the I want to say the refractor. That's not right. What do you call it? I can see it written down, but I can't pronounce it. Rectifier. There we go. If the rectifier goes bad, that's the only way I've been able to find to tell if the string is bad because the rectifier is bad is by using the Lightkeeper Pro. Does it still carry energy? Does it still go through? You can also plug it into 2 other cords to see if it carries energy, carries electricity. I don't know. I use tomato clips for my tomatoes. I use tomato clips for my tomatoes. That's wise. I also use them for on my fence line when I used to hang lights up there. What's up, Scott? We are talking about you a moment ago. So, as far as the giveaway goes, the reason why earbuds are good because I use Bose just because that's what my wife gave me. So when you put them in your ears, these are always in my ears. Talk about tools. I count these as a tool. Even though these are all noise cancelers to some effect. But it's not like you're running down the street. Do I really need to know if there's a car behind me? No, because I'm on the roof. And if there's a car behind me on the roof, we have a whole set of new problems. But I've been injured twice hanging Christmas lights. One, the most recent that you know of, because I had to go to the ER because I put a drill through my foot. The second one is my back went out when I was on the roof. Instantly dropped me. And you know how I threw my back out? I'm going to demonstrate this for you. Legitimately, this is how it happened. That's all I did. I turned to my right because I have a short step off the roof. Back went out. Boom. Fell like rocks onto the roof, and I was stuck. But I planned ahead, and I had my earbuds in my ear, and I simply had to say, "Okay, Google, call wife," and called her. She knew to come upstairs to come get me. I say upstairs. I call the roof upstairs, and she couldn't lift me up, so I had to get my boy. But if you are stuck in a tree and you're holding on for dear life, guess what? You can't use your extra hand for your phone because you don't have your phone. But if you have earbuds in, it's a legit tool that I use to hang Christmas lights. For security, and I have one. Oh, let's go to the next one. Cool. So this one first. So this, folks, I'll be using as a giveaway probably the second week of December, probably. But this is a digital luminescence reader. This tells you um, how many lux your lights are. So this is what the box looks like. It's a digital luminescence light meter. And here's how it works. So luckily, I'm smart enough to have a good camera. The camera should focus on it. So here it is. So you can see there that it's measuring. Let me get off of put it back on Fahrenheit there. So you can see this is why I have a hoodie on right now. It's 67.2 degrees in my house and where I'm at right now. And the lights, as I move it, that number is going to go up and down. And this is handy if you have a neighbor who's like this. It also tilts, so you can see it. Like right now, the light over here is only 177 lux. Facing you guys, it is 467. And I'll do that for you as well. Nope. You can see the numbers are moving. Anyway, it's pretty neat. So where this comes in handy at is if your neighbor says, "Hey, your lights are too bright." Well, I got a light reader right here, man. Especially if you have an HOA. This is neat because it tells you my lights aren't that bright. Like with pixels, you really never want to go more than 30% of hard illumination because they will be too bright. This tool right here, which I'll be using this as a giveaway here in a few weeks. Pretty cool. I've one for myself and I bought one new in box. So that if you we're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that. No, I'm not. So if you live in an HOA that governs how bright you can have lights, plus, well, this comes in handy. Plus, as a tool, it also tells you the temperature. So if you have, say, a projector or something that you don't want an area it freezes, you can say, okay, I can put it in this box. You can put this in the box and say, okay, it's 55 degrees in the projection box. So it's going to get hotter than that because the projectors are usually hot. But anyway, that's one tool that I use and I recommend. Another one is the Cube. And see, Cube is a GPS tracker. The reason why that is key is because you can put cameras up. Oh, I love that I wore this today. So there are three things you need to keep your not your products either, your Christmas lights secure, your displays secure. You can use all the lights in the world. I'm sorry, all the cameras in the world, and they're awesome. You know how you defeat security cameras? With a hood. All security cameras can be beaten with a hood. That is why you see the most shocking video coming from Ring doorbell cams because they are at eye level. So if you have a projector out on your lawn because you're doing video or you're doing projection mapping, and it's a $3,000 projector, and you want to make sure that you have on camera. So if it's stolen, the police have something to go with, right? Well, you know what the police need? They need solvability. And if you show a guy in a blue hoodie with a hat and my sleeves are up and I'm wearing gloves, you have no idea what race I am. Technically, you have no idea what sex I am because you can't see anything. So that is something to use reactively. It's a good starting point. Hey, this guy, blue hoodie, he jumped into a green truck or whatever. But if they're at eye level, so if you have cameras, put them at eye level so you can capture the face. If police detectives don't have solvability, they're going to put you at the bottom of the pile. They're going to move on to something else. So security cameras are awesome. They're a great deterrent. But anytime you go to use security cameras, it's reactive. It happens afterwards. If you put a GPS tracker on it, it is reactive. Still, it's reactive. But this particular brand goes. I can track it something to 1 meter. They're kind of expensive. They're about $100 a pop. They're kind of expensive. But would you rather replace a $3,000 projector and you have $1,000 home deductible? So now you're down 1,000, or do you just want to drop 100, track it to the bad guy? Because if you think about it, If they're stealing our holiday displays, they're stealing it to use in their yard. If they want to destroy it, they just take a baseball bat to stuff in our yard. If they're going to steal it, they're going to steal it to use it. So that's what I use. That's what I use. Catch up here on the comments right quick. Old Swifty, can't wait to see it. Old Swifty, weather permitting, I'm looking forward. Hey, Charlie, almost hanging lights. So let's talk about lights real quick, and I'll get back to tools real quick. So this afternoon, yeah, 3 weeks before I go live, 4 weeks before I go live. I don't know. We're going to do the show a little bit later this year. Normally, we're live on Black Friday. That's not going to be the case this year because of the tree. I'm still waiting on the city to make their decision if they're going to take down the tree, if it's something I have to do. So I can't put all the props in my yard until I hear back from them. So what I did have today is I had a meeting with the mayor, the chief of police, the Parks and Rec director, and a slew of other people at a neighboring town, not my own town, but a neighboring town. They got a hold of me and said, hey, Christmas is in a couple of weeks. Can you help us plan a Christmas light show? That's what they asked me today on November 6th. And I said, absolutely. In 2024. So I gave him some tips on how to do some simple wrappings and some stuff like that, how to make a 3D kind of a weird trick. So their particular case, they wanted me to help them decorate a huge park, a brand new park. They got a brand new amphitheater there. It's pretty cool. And I recommended, okay, at the front 26 trees, you wrap those with lights, and you do the same color, do a solid color. I recommended warm white. And behind you, I'm sorry, 13 trees at front, 26 trees in back. And behind that, do an individual solid color per tree. It'll give a bit of a 3D effect from the road. So we talked about that. So I'm excited to work with them next year coming up because they said, okay, so we need to start thinking about buying lights in April. And I said, nope, January. So here in about 8 weeks because that's when the pre-sales happen. That's when the lights all go on sale, right? So I'm excited to work with them. I recommended to them they do projection mapping and that they do pixels and they stay away from what I do, which is AC light shows. I think that Steve and some folks that in here, Stacy, would recommend that. Well, Stacy's AC, but I think I think pixel light shows are easier to put up. I do. I think they're easier to put up. Are you drinking Coke? I'm drinking Diet Coke. That's somebody make fun of me for that the other day. You're going Hollywood. No pressure, no pressure. So so one thing I kind of take for granted is that it's just simple to me, to you, simple lingo, like rope lights, like AC lights. They didn't know, and that's fine. But they said, hey, we'll hang some C7 bulbs on the ground to mark a path. I'm like, well, C7 bulbs are great. They're about the size of your thumb. I use them on my roof line, but not for walkways. For walkways, you want rope lights. So somebody steps on it, even though it's illuminated, people are going to step on it. Steps on it, rope lights aren't going to break. Bulbs will. So since you're a municipality, you probably don't want liability if somebody's stepping on and getting cut. So rope lights are where it's at. And they all kind of went, oh, at the same time. And one of the gals even said, we just said, oh, like we should have known that already. I'm like, yeah, that's good. That reminds me that what I know, you don't. And they don't, and the chief of police even said, hey, we don't know what we don't know. And it's a small enough of a town, big enough of a town, really, too, but small enough of a town that they're kind of all incorporated. It's kind of neat. YouTube Swifty. Rob's in the house. Charlie, hey, Patreon is weird. I guess I start December 1st, but there was no $3 option. Oh, Canadian, keep the change, you filthy animal. Well played, Charlie. So we will add you, Charlie. Since you're close enough to 5, we will add you in as we'll give you 2 entries for the $5. So I'm gonna open. Did I already close it? Like an idiot? Nope, I got it. So Charlie is gonna go in there twice. Charlie, who has just, let's be honest, no offense to everybody else, but Charlie has the best name of everybody watching right now. I mean, easy, right? Let's see here. Anybody? Did I miss anything? Nope. So security tools. You got the GPS tracker. Let's say for example, there's a guy in your yard or a gal. There's a bad person in your yard, and they're going to steal something. You want cameras that are going to capture what they look like. You want eye level. You want to see their face. Even if they have a hoodie on and a hat, you can see if it's a guy. Do they have any facial hair? Do they have any noticeable facial tattoos? Like Mike Tyson does. So people have face tattoos, right? Anything on their finger, they're wearing gloves, recognizable features. So they go and they want to grab onto something. Some people, I've had this a few years ago, say, "Hey, I'm just going to put razor blades all over my." I think it was a blow mold or something that he's had stolen a couple times and has had to replace. I'm like, well, booby traps are actually illegal in most states. So if you set a booby trap up, a legitimate booby trap, not talking Goonies here, but a legit one that can actually get you in trouble as a homeowner. It may even violate your homeowner's policy or your HOA's policy. It may violate the law. So probably shy away from any violent booby traps. If you want to do a funny one, like maybe all the floodlights come on or something neat. But for your cameras, make certain you get, and there's some amazing night vision in full color. WYZE makes a camera, and they're actually pretty cheap cameras as far as inexpensive cameras, rather. That you look at something at 3 a.m. and it looks like it's at noon. The color technology for night vision is just amazing nowadays. So you need a camera. I recommend GPS tracking, a good GPS tracker for any of your expensive props. Now, there's regular tools too. So I'm not gonna go off on tangent. Let me stick on that for a second. So now they've stolen your object. You can track it, but let's say for whatever reason they see the tracker and they toss the tracker out. They found it. Now you have no idea where they're going or anything else. Now you're talking insurance. Okay, I need to file an insurance claim for whatever. They stole my GPS tracker, which is $100, and my $3,000 projector. So I'm going to file a $3,100 claim. But I'm going to check Facebook Marketplace real quick just to make sure they're not selling on Facebook Marketplace. Oh my God, they are. They're selling on Facebook Marketplace. I'm going to tell the police exactly where it's at. Here's how that works. And here's what I recommend. Everybody who's watching right now, whether you realize it or not, you have a YouTube channel. You can upload video. You don't have to make it public like what I do. You can make it just for your family. We have, anytime we do a family event, Thanksgiving, well, what I do, fun fact, for Christmas is I set up the camera you're watching me on right now on the tripod, living room. I hit record, and I record us watching open up every Christmas present every year. I upload that to YouTube. I do that. I love YouTube because my great grandkids will now have an opportunity to watch this very video, and they can hear my voice and see my face. And do I have any little? I like it because it fast forwards me into the future. It's a bit of a time capsule. Why is that important for tools and for security for your yard? Because they still you got to have that serial number. So every 6 months, daylight savings time, we just had it. So I just did it. I go through my house and I videotape with my phone. I videotape every single serial number. It takes me about an hour. Turn the TV, boom, serial number there. That does two things for me. If I find it on Facebook Marketplace or pawn shop, people still use pawn shops. I have to prove there's my projector. I know it has a scratch on the bottom left because my cat put it there. I don't have a cat, but my cat put it there, running from the dog after Thanksgiving turkey. I don't know. For whatever reason, I know there's a scratch there. And they're great. There's a scratch there, but we need the serial number. You know what? Great. 6 months ago, officer, I recorded that. I put it up on YouTube. Let me pull up my YouTube channel. Boom, right there it is. And you can also send that link to your insurance agent. So your insurance agent knows for a fact you owned it, knows that serial number, can look up that brand, that make, that model of that projector that we keep using in this scenario and reimburse you. So YouTube channel that you're watching me on right now, fun fact, is a great tool for you to use to keep your security going for your lights. Bet you didn't think of that, did you? You know why? Because it's not one that everybody thinks about. So what I have here is a handy dandy, brand new, freshly painted top of a candy cane. Made new candy canes for this year. And I did a video not this year, but 2 years ago, Christmas and July extravaganza series about how to make candy canes. I prefer the painted style, but I also show in that video how to make it with tape. And here's the tape that was used in that video because I don't use it a ton. So duct tape is awesome, but you know what duct tape sucks for? Painting. So a good tool is to have several kinds of tape. This is painter's tape. Painter's tape is what you want to use. Guess what? When you say it with me, paint. That's right. So here a little bit today. I'm gonna take that off. Make my last candy cane, and then we'll be good to go from there. But tape, I use colored duct tape constantly. I have green, I have white, I have blue, I have red, I have orange, which I use for my strobes. Buy tape every and male and female end of every light string I have because your lights will go out on you at some time during the show. When you go to replace them, and I have what do I have on my roof line? 20,000 lights. I have a lot of lights on my roof line, but then they're all kind of mangled up, and they all have the same colored wire. But I have to be able to discern, find that one string if they're reds. I just have to look for the red duct tape. Like, okay, now I know which wire is the red wire. Duct tape is easy and it's awesome. And you can also do things like this. So this is one of the projectors. I have several projectors. This is one of the projectors I use to for our holographic Santa Claus that goes in our yard. Duct tape holds the remote on. That way I never lose it, and I never use the thumb drive. So I always have a duct tape. But now, I don't know if you can hear that rattling. Anyway, there's something broken inside my projector. Not sure how it happened. I'm guessing it got knocked down at some point during the year. So that part sucks. I like duct tape. The LED keeper, of course, the Light Keeper Pro, of course. But one thing, if you don't have, you actually need is needle nose pliers. And y'all know why, because if you have AC lights like me, to change a bulb, these are the best tools to use. If you're a pixel guy, like Steve, you need pixel pushers, which will save your thumbs a lot. And I digress. One cool thing about having that meeting today with the mayor and everybody, and the chief of police, and the Parks and Rec director, and the town council, basically, is if they go pixels, that means I have to learn pixels, which means I might as well switch to pixels. So that'll be interesting to see. And fun fact, Braden's in the talk today, and this town is Braden's school's arch rival. At least they were when I went to there, because Braden and I graduated from the same high school that Braden goes to. What about a paint gun? If you're talking about for security, heck yes. Paint guns are awesome. I love paint gunning. Baseball bat. Rob, that's funny. Oh, now I get why you're talking about the Coke. Okay, now I get it. Glitter bomb. Glitter bomb was awesome. So if you guys, I assume everybody here knows the glitter bomb YouTube video that came out many a decade ago, right? And there was some controversy because the guy made like 5 glitter bombs and gave them out to his buddies and say, hey, if you happen to get anything stolen and I use your house, I'll give you $1,000 or he gave him something. And one of the people that got glitter bombed was the actual homeowner. They staged it, and the guy still used the video. And for whatever reason, there was controversy about that. I don't know why there's controversy, because they stole the package. They opened the package. He got a glitter bomb. It worked. And I was entertained. So I don't know what the controversy was about. Hidden identifying marks is awesome. One cool thing is to take a nail and etch in your driver's license number. You can also buy an engraver for very cheap on Amazon. And guess what? They deliver that to your door in a day or two, don't they? I do have links to a few things. I think I have a link to this and probably the cube down in the video of this, just down in the description of this video. There's 3 things. I'll probably a light keeper. I better put the light keeper in there. And I also put a link to my Amazon shop, which I originally started. I need to work on it. I do. I originally started it just to put the tools I use. I think that's still my banner when you go to my Amazon shop is Christmas light tools and the tools you need or something like that. I'm like, yeah, this is cool. And then Amazon's like, hey, if you want to expand, we'll give you money. And I'm like, what is this money? And that is free that I like. So yeah, so it's It's very little of it is actually Christmas stuff. So the name of that channel is the Gift Giving Guide. So it's just stuff I use or have used or I get hired to review or hired to do videos on. I put all those on there. There's like 200 videos on there or something. You're very clever. My grandma used to take photos. Grandpa used to take photos. Glitter bomb. Hidden identifying marks. Yep. Take photos. Absolutely. Speaking of tools, electrical tape, great for plaster when you cut or scrape yourself. Interesting. Secret weapon. Pixels are easy to learn. So Gene and I went to. Well, we talked about that. Was it 2 weeks ago? When did I interview Brady from Halloween Fright Fight? 3 weeks ago, probably a month ago. Anyway, um, we talked on there about Christmas Expo, and Gene actually took the X Lights class on that and learned how to do pixels. And honestly, I'm be honest with you, I'm tired of hanging lights in September. It's all I do for 4 months. So I say this every year though. Every year it's the same rant that I do. I'm lying on my I'm lying in my Hope property with a gate made of Christmas lights, Detroit, to make it harder if somebody wants to steal something from my display. Interesting. Interesting. So yeah, one thing for AC Christmas lights, what I do, and I say this every year to my wife, to my children, anybody that's in shouting distance when I get angry at these inanimate objects. Um, if the apocalypse happens, you don't need a gun. You don't need a honey knife. You know what you need? Christmas lights. They can catch anything all the time. You can eat like a king if you have a string of Christmas lights and there's a nearby forest with wildlife that's edible. Hey, you made it. What's up, Josh? What's up, Josh? Josh, also a Patreon member. We have a lot of Patreons in here today. Got a ton actually. Got Laura, got a bunch. Ryan, what's up, Ryan? How did I miss that? Hey, tell you we talked about that already. What's up, Ryan? And of course Scott. So we talked about John DeCosmos. We talked about Patreon naming, which I'm not gonna tell anybody what my favorite is, but I absolutely have a favorite, and I'm really hoping that the patrons vote for my favorite. I'll have that up by I'll have that up by Wednesday. I'll make that a note. I'll have that up by Wednesday. Um, and then I won't bother John with it during the interview. But we're gonna have a name. We're gonna have a name because I love like Crazy Poppy Lady who's usually in the chat today. She calls hers the Crazies. What's up, Crazies? I just think it's neat. I don't know. What do you guys think? So that will happen. So we talked about earbuds, which you're getting ready to give away here in a moment, actually. Talking about tape, I've done tool belts, which here's my tool belt. Actually, I forgot I had it down here. So my tool belt's getting upgraded because this is the normal tool belt I wear. Boom. And there's my other. Look at that. This is my favorite needle nose. I have lots of needle noses. But you know what this doesn't hold? It doesn't hold a drill, which is what went through my foot had I had a proper tool belt on that holds the drill. Wouldn't have had that problem. So here's the rule. So Pepsi for you, if you're listening, which I think you are. Here's the rule for you. If you win because you are out of country, you can pick somebody to win these since you're out of country. And so we're going to give these away. The cool thing about these, and I didn't even know it was a thing until I got these. These are 5.3 Bluetooth. I'm like, what is this 0.3? So I actually legit looked it up. And this is the most recent Bluetooth technology, which I know Bluetooth technology is the thing. And I know 5.1, 5.2, 5.3 is a thing. But I was like, I actually got something that is the most current up-to-date technology. I thought that was neat. Chip version is 5.3. Transmission distance is 10 meters. So you can put your phone down, be about 30 feet, 10 meters from you away. 6 hours of playing time or 5 hours on the phone. Who talks for 5 hours on the phone? That's not a telemarketer. So I guess if you're a telemarketer, or do you even have telemarketers anymore? So if you are an online customer service person who's on the phone, you can use these for 5 hours. headphone, battery capacity, blah, blah, blah. Charging box, blah, blah, blah. Charging time. So it takes a hour and a half for these things to charge. Do I have another one down here? I have an open one somewhere that I've been using. So an hour and a half in the box, and they can charge in the container. Has container holds 48 hours of power, so you can charge your headphones, your earbuds. What was it? I don't know, 35 times. 90. So let's give some stuff away. Charlie, Kiwi has a US. Oh, you have a US address? I guess I missed that. So yeah, if you have a US address, then absolutely. So we'll belay that. Good job, Laura. Good pickup. So let's give something away real quick. Let me show you my. Let me share my screen here. Let's get some stuff away. So here's everybody. Here's all 27 now with Charlie joining. So you have Alex, you have Ben, you have Braden, you have Chad, Chris J, Christopher, Connie, Darren, Giatano, Glenn, Greg, Haley, John, Kurt, Chris M, Laura, Mulaney, who won last month's giveaway, Michael G, Monty, Pepsi, Road Dog, Robert S, Scott Drees, Sean, Stacy, Steve R, Tom, and Charlie. And we put those sorts of them now in alphabetical order. So Charlie, Casey, Chris, you now went up. You should be right. Where's Charlie at? There he is, right there. All right. So I want to spin it. Whoever wins wins. And for some reason you win and you don't want it, I'll give it away to somebody else. So without further ado, let's spin this bad boy. First of all, let me sort them. Let me jumble them all up. Oh, let me shuffle them all up. Boom. Now they're shuffled. There we go. All right. Who's gonna win? This is my favorite part. I love getting stuff away. Is it Braden? Is it Sean? Or is it Josh? It looks like Josh. Josh. Josh is lights. Coming in with the big W. All right, Josh. Congratulations. I'll get those in the mail to you tomorrow. Nope, you're good with Canadian. I can do Canadian. Just he's in New Zealand. So yeah, you're good, Charlie, for Canadian. Yeah, no problem. We've had Canadian winners several times in the past. Yeah, just can't do UK really, but yeah, you're good with Canada. Let's see here. All right. Don't forget Shuffle did it. All right. So congratulations. Josh, we'll get you taken care of and get those in the mail to you tomorrow. All right. What else we got here? John Cosmos naming. I'm excited about the Patreon. I really hope you guys pick what I like. Weirdly enough. Well, I got you here. So we had the stocking folks on. Zipper stockings on. Maybe I don't need that thing. And yeah, dude. So they sent me a package. I don't know what. They said, hey, we want to send you something. I'm like, cool. So let's see what they sent me. Was this mystery bags. And a koozie. And a magnet. Very cool. That's neat. So they sent me some stationery. Boom. And I got me a magnet. I adore magnets. I don't know why. I'm just a magnet guy. Zippered stocking koozie. Okay. Obviously I'm a big koozie person. Cool. Zipper light stockings. Thank you to Charlie. Thank you for supporting our small business and spreading Christmas cheer. Get 15% off your next order with Zippy. So that's pretty neat of them. That's pretty neat. And mystery stockings. I'm gonna open up one. They give me 4. That's awesome. I'm gonna open up one so you guys can see what mystery stockings are. Because we talked about that in the live. And I'm gonna do this. Wouldn't that be ironic if I cut myself while doing this? Stupid, though, right? Did the wrong one. So, and then I'm gonna use that. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do these other ones as giveaways, and I'm gonna give them to my kids, probably. Oh, how cool that is! So that I didn't know they even had this one. So that's a Chinese dinner zipper stocking. That's funny. I don't remember her saying they even had this one. Thank you so much, Karen and Alex, for sending me this. That is so neat. I did not know you even had. Look at that. It's like some lo mein there. Got some lo mein. Nice. That's funny. That's awesome. I did not know you even had those. That's very, very cool. That was great. I had a turkey running around by the pool of stringing lights. With the string of lights, had to help get it stuck. Surprised the string never came unplugged off the roof. Didn't know they could even get up there. So, yes, I've had wild turkeys in my backyard before as well. My display is hitting 50,000 lights, so it's going to be tough to finish by Thanksgiving. So let me talk about that for a second. So I haven't heard from the city yet if they're going to take the tree down. And I was watching on our, if you're not on our Discord, get on our Discord. The link is in the description below. And it's basically, I did not know what Discord is. I hear Discord and I think teenagers playing video games. And you know what? Even though I've had the Discord channel up for over a year, I still don't actually know what Discord does. Other than the fact of what we use it for, which is a giant chat room. Just a chat room, just bouncing off ideas off everybody's head. And Full Boy was on there, and there's a show in town there's only one show in town that actually does a spiral Christmas tree, and he did one on his. And for whatever reason, my little brain has not been able to comprehend how you do a spiral of lights on a Christmas light tree. And he shows the close up of it, and I'm like, oh, that's how you do it. So now I'm suddenly going to run this idea by Jean when she gets home tonight from work, and I'm going to say, we can make this. We had one 5 years ago. We had one, and I actually still have the parts for it. I can make it together. So if you want to make it out of wood, it's just a 15-degree cut on 8 pieces of wood, and that makes your octagon. We put those together, plates top, bottom, put some anchor holes, and get a TP of lights, a tree of lights. And I think after watching his, I know how to do the spiral. So it's one spiral on top, eight lights spiraled up, and then one stacked on top of each other. So when you program it, I think that's how he does it. I'm tempted to do that because I have to have something. I have 2 weeks left ish. I have to have something to replace my giant tree. Otherwise, I'm screwed because that's most of my programming is geared towards that tree. Chinese dude for Christmas. Yep, agreed. I'm starting December 1st, week late. I'm starting on December 1st, 1 week late. Okay. And I thought yours was already up. I thought you already had your display up. I thought you showed a picture of that. Just make sure there's no Chinese tracker. Well played. Well played. So I didn't think about how many lights. Who said that? Giotano? Yeah, Giotano. I don't know how many lights it's going to take away. Normally, I've done. It varies every year. I think last year maybe I only had 8,000 lights on that tree. I've had as many as 20, 25. That was probably my favorite year. I have one picture that I used as a thumbnail for a different channel. Not a channel split. We put all our family videos on. So I guess, yeah. Anyway, that's just the most gorgeous tree. And now it's dead. And the city, of course, won't call me back. Anyway, I digress. So your electrical tape is key. I love everybody that said zip ties earlier. Is anybody not? That's a good question. Is anybody not started putting up their lights at all? That does a show. I know blow molds have to be. You have to check the bulbs and you have to get them out there and get them set up. That's got to be time consuming because you can only do one at a time. 20,000 pixels that Carl has this year at about 7,500 LEDs. What, Carl? What you use X lights or what program do you use? Because I know X lights can do incandescent or LEDs as well, string lights. I have not put up a single thing yet. Well played. Well played. One thing I was talking to the Marin folks about today, what Scott said. I haven't started quite yet. And you have a good display. What did you take? Third last year, Scott? I want to say you took second or third. Scott's got a really cool red and white display with two humongo 18-foot tall reindeer. I had some more this year. I'm almost done, but I changed mine up this year and I need more lights. So I'm waiting on those to come in. I will send a video. Boom. Yes, send me. I need your videos, guys. And where's my phone? Make sure they're in landscape mode. The 16:9. It takes if you do it vertical, that is just so much time editing because I have to blow it up, crop it, do a bunch of stuff to make it get where it'll show it on YouTube. The goal is to get the last few years we've had no problem at all getting displays, and I got Thanksgiving stuff. I got what's the Irish holiday? Drawing like St. Patrick's Day. I got Valentine's Day videos. This year, not been, I haven't been talking about it a lot either, so maybe that's the reason why. But send me your videos. I need them. I won $12,000. I think I almost put it all on Christmas lights. Well, they were still on sale. Got around 30,000 more to go, so probably going to be doing 50,000 lights. Wow. I know your brothers have told me you're a huge bingo person. But well done. Can we get a golf clap for Braden? Well done, Braden. Well done. My idol is Clark Griswold, so mine is all over the place. So let's remember, Clark Griswold only had 25,000 likes. That's key. That's key. My moving heads are going to be a Project Jackson. Yes. So David from Learn Christmas Lighting, I need to reply to email. He emailed me the other day. They still have. Let me pull it up so I get it right. They still have BMX snow machines available on his site. Where did Frank Cash came back on Frank? That's why I didn't have you. I thought I saw you. I'm not to double check. Yeah, but I think you actually had you drop off. We'll talk. I'll send you an email later, Frank. David. Type in David. He still has. And I didn't have a tree issue this year. I would just do it. Yeah, he still has snow machines available. They are the S500, 4 milliliters per minute, 20-liter container. It's the same one that Stacy uses from MS Lights. That's usually in our chat. They normally sell for that plus the fluid about $2,400. He's got them on sale right now for $2,000, which is a steal. So you guys might want to check out Learn Christmas Lighting's shop for that, and it's shop.learnchristmaslighting.com. But make sure you check out David. And I really want that. I really want that machine too. But this tree just has me so screwed up this year. Where did you find all of your LED Christmas lights? Trying to find what a good string to get. I have Home Depot's LEDs now. So Walmart's are the most available, but if you want to, the problem with that is, let's be honest, Walmart, Home Depot, Menards, that's what keeps Altalit, John DeCosmos, who's going to be here next year or next Monday for a live interview. That's kind of what keeps him in business, right? For the LED keeper, because you have to fix them every year. I say this, take a notepad. So what I do when I hang lights, what my notepad do? I'll take the notepad with me outside. I'll walk every year when I do. And I'll do it again this year when I do my annual behind the scenes of Christmas light show, and I write down the changes I want to make for next year. Last year there really weren't any. I went into this year knowing I wanted to concentrate on a few different things. I didn't really want to up anything, but go commercial grade. Angela from Learn Christmas Lighting. I'm gonna reach out to her, see if she wants to come on for a live during December and just kind of talk about the benefits of what things are doing. But they do their annual 40% off pre-sale end of January, 1st of February. So take stock of guys of what you're doing this year. Upgraded commercials. So big box store, Walmart, whatever. They're just only designed to last 1 to 3 seasons. They are designed for an average of 2 LEDs go out per string per year. So by the time they are no longer offering free replacement bulbs in their boxes. They stopped that. They're done. We did a video about that and talked about it. And also they're shorter. They were 16 feet forever. They're shorter. They're down to like 13 feet, 12 feet, something like that. They're way shorter. So you not only have to buy more strings, they don't give you replacement bulbs. Anyway, commercial is the way to go. Commercial grades are designed to last 8 to 12 years, and you can customize it to your roof line. Somebody was talking about in the chat earlier how they custom make them. So you can buy your own string of lights, custom make them to your roof line, and then screw each individual bulb in. So like, maybe you don't do a computerized light show, but maybe you're like Scott. When Scott does a theme, red and white, maybe next year he wants to do green and white. So you just take a couple afternoons, unscrew all the reds, take a couple afternoons, screw in all the greens, and you instantly have a customized show that can change colors. Thought. So yeah, I would say creative displays is where I get it. That's where I get all my commercial grade stuff is creative displays. They're up in the Kansas City area. For the 40% off sale, that is not free shipping. You do pay for the shipping. Sometimes I'll just drive up to Kansas City and pick them up because it's only about a 3-hour drive for me. But the rest of the time, they have sales, just not 40% off, but they'll have 10% off, 15% off, and those do have free shipping. So, but there's 1,000 Bulbs Inc. There's Wintergreen Core. There's a few commercial grade sites you can go to. Everybody is copying the Lightkeeper now. He can't sue them. Every single store has their own, so he is suing them. Honestly, I'm not going to ask him about that during the live interview. But last time I did interview him, and I don't know if I probably cut that out of the interview. So I still even have it here somewhere. I know I don't throw tools like that away, but I bought this other version, this other Lightkeeper thing. It was both incandescent and LED. It came in a green white package. It was both LED and incandescent tool in one tool. So for the keeper, it's Lightkeeper Pro, and it is the LED keeper. One's incandescent and one's LED. He was telling me, yeah, that's my patent. They stole my patent, did it themselves. And he actually got kicked out of a store. I don't remember the name of the store. We'll say Menards. I don't remember what it was, but just to name a store for the purpose of the story. He had a contract with Menards, and this other company came in and offered at a cheaper price point. So they dropped the keeper, put him in there, and it was his patent that they used. So he had to sue him for it. So yeah, Lowe's sells them like that now. You can make your own custom lights. You can buy the light set, and then you can buy. Oh, cool! I didn't know Lowe's did custom lights. So yeah, if you want to do AC lights and you want to do it for at least a decade, and if you're going to get into the trade, if you're going to get in the hobby, you need to do it for at least a decade. Plus, it's fun. There's times when I'm like, I really don't want to hang Christmas lights like at all. And then one thing you have to figure in that I have to figure in is okay, I'm gonna be outside in the yard for 8 hours. And people stop and talk to me for 3 hours. That means for every 8 hours, I'm probably hanging lights for about 5 hours if I'm in the yard. If I'm on the roof, they leave me alone. If I'm in the yard, they stop and talk to me. So, does anybody else have that problem too? And it's always they say encouraging things like, "Hey, we were afraid you weren't going to do it this year because you're out late." And I'm like, actually, I'm 2 weeks early on this particular prop because I keep track of when I usually hang things. Fun fact: do this. Here's another little fun fact that I love. One of my favorite things about hanging Christmas lights is I write notes to myself. And I call myself now past Charlie. And I'm like, write a note to future Charlie. Hey, future Charlie. Like one thing we did this year, Gene and I, we just put up our Santa Claus workshop last week. And we're looking at we put the platform down. We moved its position in the yard this year a little bit. So kids, that's a huge hit with like, I'd say elementary school kids because it's a holographic Santa Claus. It's neat. I show different scenes. And if anybody, I give this away. I give it away this probably 1,000 times. Not really 1,000. If you want any of my holograms, just email me. And if you have a projector and you use holograms, boom, I'll give you my video files. I edited them to kind of make it mine. Yeah, I don't care. I'll share that. It's all about collaboration, isn't it? I have no idea what I was talking about. Oh, so she's like, hey, isn't that base supposed to be white? I'm like, yeah, it faces the street. And it's not facing the street. It weighs probably 1,200 pounds. I can't move it. So the note I wrote to myself this year is, hey, future Charlie, make sure this goes towards the street. That way it saves me painting time. So if you're not doing that, write a little note to yourself. Buy a Sharpie. Write something on a shingle or something. I don't know. Do you have plans for the Santa house? I don't have plans, but I do have a video about it. I think I filmed it 4 or 5 years ago. It's kind of a long video. When I first started doing these, I didn't know you're supposed to make videos concise. And as you can tell, I go off on tangents. So it's like an 18-minute video. It does show you, legitimately show you. The only thing I use nails in is in the base Everything else I use screws in, so it's portable. It takes me 4 hours to put it up. Tear down is like an hour and a half. But it's basically it's Santa's workshop. It's got plexiglass. It's got a holographic Santa Claus in there. It's neat. So I don't have physical plans. I can just email you, but you can simply watch the video. Just go to my videos and type in the search tool. Just type in Santa Claus workshop, or just go to YouTube and type in how to build Santa Claus workshop. I think I got like 25,000 views on that or something. So I've seen a few people build them, which cool. I like it. I also have people that bother me, like my neighbor was saying, you put them up thoroughly. Here's the thing. It's kind of like the movie with Harrison Ford, Clear and Present Danger. I think it's that one where the president's buddy got caught doing something, and his advice to him was no. If they say he's your great friend, say no, he's my best friend. If they call him your best friend, say no, it's my lifelong friend. So if your neighbor's saying, hey, you put those up so early, said nope, I'm a month late, Bob. Next year, I'm gonna put them up in July and leave them up. Why put them up so early? Because I have a heart, Bob. And I care about your kids seeing joy in the Christmas lights that you don't have on your house. I'm just making a joke. Pepsi says, when I do a pop-up display, I put up a little sign for elf and safety reasons. Please do not disturb the elf. Be happy. You know what you need there? You need a little elf control. I thought about that just like I need to make that a t-shirt. I'm sitting there laughing to myself, and Dean's like, what are you doing? I'm like, I just thought of a cool t-shirt. I practice elf control. That's why I only have 100,000 lights up or something like that. That'd be a neat t-shirt. I need to get back to my t-shirts. I switched everything over to Amazon, and my buddy, I've talked about him on here before. Bart, he does a huge whiskey channel. He's like, now you need to go to Spreadshirt. Like, I just don't have time. I'm so inundated with everything. I need to be able. I've said it 1,000 times. Like, I need to be able to retire to have time to do this. What I love. My hobbies are awesome. Are you adding a wall washer floodlight to the show? Oh, the floodlight. So I had a company reach out to me. Who was it? Wasn't Govey. Somebody I don't do a ton of work with. On For You, maybe. I have to look that up. They said, hey, we have this new style of floodlight we want to send you. And review. I'm like, that's not really what I do anymore, but had some back and forth with them. So I'm curious to see what this light is. It's not available to buy yet. They're sending me the prototype version. What's what they're going to go to market with? They just want me to kind of look at their app and do a few tweaks for them, or suggest a few tweaks for them. But I think it is like a light bar. I don't have anything here. I think it's like a light bar that you can install on your soffit and on your ground, so it double wall washes. If that color washes, I think that's what it is. You're only send me one set. I'm like, hey, why don't you send me like 5 of them? I'll use a couple as a giveaway, and I'll do the rest of my house with them. Like, nope, it's not even out to market yet. We'll send you one if you want to do this for us. I'm like, yeah. So I'm curious to see what that does. So when I use all my my floodlights, my RGB stuff that I can control, and I love being able to control things by talking to Alexa and stuff. I love that. So when my Christmas show stops for the night, then that takes over. Elf control with a whiskey in his hand for the drink. Those drinking buddies, drunk uncles. Drunk uncles are the best. I don't have one, but I wish I did. How is the serious lack of elf control? Yeah. It's strange. All of you have a home display. I can't now, so I take a pop-up display. But you do, yeah. So he does a pop-up display. Huge Ferris wheel guy. Very cool. Well, congratulations to Josh for winning the lights. Frank, good to have you back on board here. That's awesome. You've been with us for a long time, Frank. Long time, years. So I'm gonna go hang my verticals. I'm gonna hang my snowflake verticals, which I made for the first time last year, and now I look at them. So they're Coroplast from Baskoya, and they're RGBW, and I had them going diagonal. And this year I'm like, I don't like them diagonal, so now I'm kind of wanting to change them, and it's too late to change them. So we'll see what I end up doing. But I'm gonna go hang those. And you guys, thanks so much for Charlie and Frank. Welcome back to Patreon, Frank, and welcome to Patreon, Charlie. Great to have you guys aboard. Be watching this week for that poll. Free members do get in that as well as the paid members. I will say we're gonna have some fun. I really hope you choose my favorite because I do have a favorite. I do have a horse in this race. I just like it. Spoiler. So next week, Frank DeCosmo, the creator of the best Christmas light tool on the market, the LED Keeper, will be here. And that's about it for me today, guys. Let me get my Patreon. Boom, there we go. It's a little bit outdated. I need to update you. But Frank, you're still on there. That's about it for today, guys. I'm Charlie, and I'll see you in the next video. And also, if you're watching this late, what tools do you use? If it's not something we talked about today, let us know. I'll see you guys. Bye.